Well, we are back in Pratt, America. Open Range 2022. Doing the bikepacking tour, 2 days, 200K-ish. And gonna be some challenging conditions this year, which are fairly common out here. It's gonna be windy. Today's also gonna be hot. First real hot day of the year for me. It's gonna be 90 plus. So I always struggle a little bit with those first warm days. Woo! So we'll see how today goes. 75-ish day one, and camp at a I think Red Hills Guest Ranch, I think is what they call it, maybe Chip Hills Guest Ranch, and then day two. So bike is loaded. If you've never been down to Open Range, I'd say it's my favorite event of the year. Best roads in Kansas, in my humble opinion, to ride a bike. Lots of topography, sand, mud, rough roads, lots of minimum maintenance, pasture sections. There's a pretty good stretch through some ranch though that there are no roads. You're just following cattle trails. So it's a unique experience, I guess is the best way to put it. Looking forward to another year. Organizer Eric is a great guy. Supporting great cause, so if you haven't been down here, I highly recommend it. And if you're not too keen on doing all 200K in one day, the tour is a great way to do it over a period of 2 days. So do recommend. It's got a pretty small field limit, so make sure you sign up early if you're thinking about it for next year. Tomorrow is main race day, where most of the folks, and I want to say it's grown every year, I think, so maybe 300, 400, 500. I'm not sure what the field is right now, but they got a 100K and 200K option. Both have ridden both courses, or previous courses, and 100K is a lot of fun and you see some of the good roads, but the 200K definitely adds something as far as the ranch sections, and it's worth it to try and get that 200K in. But it'll be a long day, and so I'm happy to have 2 days to do that same course, even if we're loaded down. Winds today, 25 plus, headwind mostly. Tomorrow, winds 25 plus, headwind again. South winds today, we're heading south. North winds tomorrow, we're heading north. So yeah, it'll be a challenge out there, and you know, it's what we signed up for. We're all in for a little bit of suffering, or a bit of suffering over the next 2 days. But I don't know, get a good chance to see what we're made of. See if we can keep pushing through.
3, 2, 1. Have a good run, guys.
Thanks, sir. We are about an hour in. Big stretch of headwind pavement. So just lining up, making miles. Bad news is my route did not load again. So Willie Wahoo, expect a call from me sometime soon. This is not ideal. Have it on my phone and have it on my GPS, and it just won't load. So it looks like I'll be pairing up with some folks. The bit of breeze this morning. I think we're running about 11 or 12 into it. Feels pretty nice right now. Gonna be hot later. talking about. Whew, I'm hot though. I'm tired. Trails like this are amazing and awesome, but boy, they take some watts out of you. Keep moving. Wrapping up the first ranch section, open range. This is freaking living, even with a headwind and hot. Yes, that's why they call it open range. We're closing in on 3 hours, I think. And 30 miles or not much more. We're getting close to Sun City. Riding down the valley before we hit the next ranch section. The sun is out, but we got a decent breeze for this, so it doesn't feel too bad. You having fun over there?
Yeah.
So far so good, right?
Not bad. The wind is not as bad as I thought it was.
No, it's actually hadn't been. My plan is to have fun till I'm not, and then just keep going. I think we found her. How we doing, gentlemen? Well, these are the scenes heading out of Sun City to the south. Back after it, after a nice stop. Shout out to the crew here running the SAG stop. Doug and his parish and everyone helping out. That was great. Had some pizza and snacks, water, all that kind of thing. And I think I'm gonna regret it. I did eat on a warm day. Usually that's a bad idea for me, but I could not resist. Wind is here. My recollection is that we do a couple big climbs here, and then we're gonna turn on the Alexander Ranch, and that's where things get serious. So I'm gonna try and ease back into it on this beautiful climb and make some miles. It has gotten hot there. That last stretch was a little rough down in the valley, so it got pretty warm on us. I've been slow and steady. Our pace has been super slow, but no complaints. I'm actually one of the early ones out of the checkpoint, not because I'm in a hurry, just so I can kind of get rolling. Old Sun City. Didn't stop at Buster's this year. Normally stop there, but I don't know that a cheeseburger was going to do me right today. So I guess we'll see. See you next year, Sun City. There's the famous Sun City Roundhouse on wheels. I don't actually know that it's famous. I just notice it every time I come through. Wonder what in the heck's going on there. Climbing up out of town. Getting back in some hills. A little update on the situation. I was just pedaling down a paved descent, paddling, and I looked down. I was going 12 miles an hour downhill, pedaling. So yeah, there's a headwind. It's not that noticeable. Just kidding, it is. How are you? Boy,
That wind must suck.
it's not great. Well, we made her to the Alexander Ranch. We're in the thick of her, and whew, it's beautiful, but trying is difficult. Good stuff, though. Look at that. Not every day you get a chance to ride your bike in a place like this. Man, this is one of those top of the world C365 views here. Feeling her now, fellas, ladies, gents, children. I'm feeling her now. Boy, something goes wrong here, you're screwed. Walking again. Alright, little update. We're 5 hours in, closing in right about 50 miles. And this stretch, this rangeland stretch, has been difficult. I've gone through so much water that I'm getting concerned because I still have 25 miles to go. And I got like a bottle and whatever's left in my hydration pack. So I saw some folks with just 2 water bottles today. I'm not sure how that's going to work for them, but if I had to guess, I'd say poorly. It is hot and windy and dry, and this has been snail's pace kind of riding. I'm not sure how long that 10 miles took me, but a long time. We're getting towards the end of the open range here, back on roads. I'm sure I've ridden harder stuff and felt worse, but offhand I can't remember it. I am in the pain cave big time right now, and I'm worried about the water. So to be continued, I guess. I have been dreaming about this possibility. Secret sag support cooler. Doug flagged me down on the last road and said he put something out here for everybody, so God, thank goodness. Man, this is a lifesaver for me. Look at that. I've never been so happy to see cold water. Well, 6.5 or so in, 60, closing in on 65. That water and I certainly helped, but definitely feeling it still. Long way to go still. Been doing since the checkpoint. I've been solo the whole time, which is I don't know, doesn't help with the passage of time. So throw in a headphone, listen to a podcast. Trying to just be in the moment and not count down the miles. Just beautiful roads out here, beautiful roads. Turkey. Closing in on medicine and our camp for the night. Over 7 hours, 72 miles in. There's one more section here, these oil roads. Pretty cool spot with all these buttes.
Sister and brother.
Walking again. 74 miles in. Cracked. Oh, I made it. Boy, that's nice. That's a good feeling. I think I'm pretty dehydrated, so, and real hot. But I'm here.
So keep on singing to those who listen, 'cause you can't make it on your own.
All right, day 2. About to get rolling. North wind today. A little chilly this morning. 52 miles or so. Had some trouble with my route yesterday. Loaded a different one today. We'll see if it works any better. Kind of pull off the band-aid. Here we go. Well, here we are. Off on day 2. 52 miles. Primarily headwind and cross headwind. But only for about 50 of those. I made the wonderful decision of getting a room instead of trying to get some shut-eye in a windswept tent. So I'm feeling pretty refreshed today. Nice and cool this morning. A little chilly, but I'll be alright. Rather be that than the opposite. Much prefer this to 90 plus of yesterday. So, to be honest, I got my breakfast and let's get on with it. Let's get through it. And that's what I'm doing. Beautiful country out here. I always enjoy being here. Here we go.
Watch the trees falling leaves like the breeze.
It's been a kind of a nice easing into it today. I think the only tailwind of the day is in the first 10 miles, so I would have preferred to save that for later, but it is nice to get a little warm up before we head into the thick of it. So just leaving, about to turn out of Medicine Lodge, get back on some gravel, start making miles.
Breeze, won't you blow? Take a sip, I'ma pack my grip. One more trip, and I'ma move on.
Got a little sheltered section behind a windrow here. I think I'm about an hour and a half in. And not a bad start to the day. It is breezy, but the cool temps feel pretty nice today. Listen to a little Bikes or Death podcast this morning. Passing the miles. You know, think I can fairly say I'm enjoying the day so far. That's what it's about, isn't it?
Your eyes, don't look twice. Just go on.
Small stretch of tailwind, which makes me a little bit sad because I know I gotta go back north. So we're losing ground. It's like when you're on a hike and you start heading down on a big ascent. 2.5 hours in, about halfway, 10 o'clock in the morning. To be honest, it's a beautiful day today. Blue sky. I've been going at her solo today. The group catch up for a minute, powered up hill and then took breaks. So I was on their tail for a few minutes, but I think it's going to be 50 miles of solo riding today. I would not be sad to catch up with some folks or get caught. There's a long stretch of pavement that we started yesterday with and we'll be ending today with. And that headwind, I wouldn't be sad to have some folks to ride with, but yeah, just getting up and getting after it.
Go on.
It's a little update, nothing crazy to report, but we're 3.5 in, 35 miles. Just went through, I think it's Sawyer, town with the bakery there. Temptation to stop and eat some pastries is strong, but I don't think that's a great idea for my stomach today, so kept on keeping on. Heading straight west for the last few miles, and I think we got like 4 miles more of this. Pretty good, like head cross. Definitely a type 2 day today. Good exercise, and just trying to zone out and tick off some miles. We're getting there. I think I got like 16 left. I do not envy the folks running 200K today. That's going to be a day. So props to y'all and good luck. I'm on the not on the home stretch, I'm on the northward swing. I think I've got 8 or 9 miles straight north. It's gonna hurt. It does hurt, it's not gonna hurt, it hurts. Almost out of the wind. I think I'm 3.5 miles out, getting into the edges of town. I think another mile of headwind left. Well, there she is. 2022 Open Range Tour, done and dusted. Windy. Still a wonderful time. One of my favorite events, and I'll be back. If you haven't been, find a way to get here and ride in this event. If you're intimidated by the 200K, try the tour. The place you stay, the food, everything involved. It's good stuff. The roads, like the middle third, the best you'll find. So, give it a chance, give it a shot. I'm gonna recover, eat a whole mess of food.